everyone, welcome back to the NBTXliving channel. My name's Chase Bradley.
I'm Veronica Bradley.
That's right, and today we're going to talk about 7 things that are so crucial, important things for you to know about living here in New Braunfels, Texas.
So first, let's talk about where is New Braunfels, how close it is next to the bigger cities around us. So we're definitely close to Austin and San Antonio.
Yeah, so we're only about 36 minutes away from San Antonio, so a little bit of a trip, get you right back into SA.
Yeah, so I would say that's downtown San Antonio, like 36-ish minutes, depending on traffic. If you want to get into San Antonio, the outskirts of it, like northeast, 22 minutes. And
to get into Austin, you're looking at around 45 minutes. You know, all of this is, of course, pending traffic. Plan for an hour. Plan for an hour. Yeah, if you're leaving, like when I used to have to work at Camp Mabry in Austin, if I left at 5 o'clock in the morning, I would get into Camp Mabry right around 5:50, but I had to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning. If you're not leaving that early, you're gonna hit that, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock traffic. Which is definitely a lot more time.
I feel like it's common sense during rush hour morning. No matter where you're at, you could probably be in a small town, still have rush hour in a small town, but just plan to get, if you need to get there earlier, give yourself an hour to going into Austin. Yeah,
and since, we bring that up because a lot of people, they'll live in New Braunfels, but then they'll commute and they'll work in the, the northeastern part of San Antonio, the southern part of Austin, wherever like that, especially if you're working in Austin, you don't want to live in Austin, you're scared of those high prices. I'm scared of them too. But, live in New Braunfels, work in Austin. I did that for a while. It wasn't too bad. And, honestly, you don't always have to wake up at 5 o'clock.
I mean, and, his take is scared of high prices. To me, it's just outrageously priced. Like, it's expensive to live in Austin. And we have a family. We have 2 dogs. And, we want to go out and eat and have fun. You can still work in Austin and still not be too far from it commuting-wise. And you can still save a lot of money, buy more house for your money.
Exactly.
Yeah, so let's talk about the river life because that's big here, super big.
Huge. That is one of the hugest. I feel like river tourism is just so big here in New Braunfels.
For years and years and years.
Yeah, you've got the Comal River, you've got the Guadalupe. There's just so much you can do on it too. It's not just tubing, which is probably #1 here in New Braunfels. Yeah. But you've got paddleboarding, you got fishing, swimming, anything that you want to do on the water, realistically, we have it here. And we're just a short drive away from Canyon Lake. Yeah. So you want to do some lake life stuff.
Beautiful out there.
You've got that too. But, all in all, living on the river is just awesome. I think you really have to think about or keep in mind, know the rules. The rules. I know I don't want to be that guy, but know the rules. You'll save yourself some money.
Yeah, it's going to save you some money and some tickets.
Exactly.
So that brings us to Canyon versus New Braunfels. And if you probably don't realize what we mean by now, because we just talked about Canyon Lake and we're living in New Braunfels, but we have 2 high schools here in New Braunfels, and it's New Braunfels High School and Canyon High School.
That's right, guys. Just like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, just like Burger King and McDonald's, these are huge rivalries. And Canyon versus New Braunfels is the biggest rivalry that you're going to see here in New Braunfels.
For high school.
You want to talk about red versus blue, good versus bad. I'm not saying any of these schools are good versus bad, but get the idea. New Braunfels versus Canyon, a huge game. Typically, if you go there, you need to be there super early because the
parking alone.
The stadium gets packed, and it is one of the hypest, most exciting times in high school football. You're talking about the hometown rivalry, Canyon versus New Braunfels. It doesn't get any better than that here in New Braunfels.
Clean fun, we love it. So New Braunfels was founded by German settlers. So there's a lot of German history here, a lot of German food. We have a couple of social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, and we talk about all business spotlights, all the great foods that you can eat. I love the German meatball at one of his favorite restaurants.
That's right, Krause's. Krause's is an awesome place to eat. There's an outside music venue. They have dachshund races.
Oh
There's
my
a
gosh,
whole bunch of
my
stuff
favorite is the dachshund races, and you see little weenie dogs. We have a weenie dog, by the way, so I'm a little biased, but.
So yeah, it's an awesome place to eat. If you're just interested in checking out like Texas culture, Texas history, they've got the Sophienberg Museum.
Yeah. Oh,
that's where she got this T-shirt from. They talk about, the settlement all the way up through, more modern times here in New Braunfels, Texas. And, also we've got Wurstfest.
Oh my gosh, and it's coming up.
Wurstfest is coming up. It's a huge celebration here in New Braunfels, Texas. It's just celebrating German culture, German history here in New Braunfels.
They literally celebrate beer and sausage.
That's right, guys. Beer and sausage.
Seriously.
If you love those two things, stick around because we're definitely going to cover Wurstfest here in New Braunfels, Texas. But yeah, it's a super awesome time. We've been there. And it's packed too.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like being around big groups of people, maybe you need to watch this one because it's packed.
I mean, people will spill their beer on you. Yeah. I mean, literally, it's beer and sausage, Wurstfest. I mean, pretzels and what is it? The Bavarian pretzel. Yeah. And then it's just a lot of great German culture. There's murals throughout the town. It's great. It's colorful. It's beautiful. It's great.
Oh yeah.
But when you come to New Braunfels, there's one place you definitely have to stop by, and that is one of our amazing gas stations.
That's right, guys. I don't know if you've ever been to a gas station. You spent more than like 45 minutes there. Typically, if you're doing that, there may be a problem either with your car or maybe you ate that, hot dog that was in the little rolling wheel thing. Don't do that. But here we have a place. It's called Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is the place to be.
Exactly. So why are we talking about a gas station so highly? Well, it's not just a gas station. They have clothing, they have different apparel, they have, river gear, and they have food. Food. We talk about food on this channel all the time.
And you're probably thinking, ew, food from a gas station? No, this is like Texas barbecue.
Oh,
like
it's good.
Sausage on wraps, brisket sandwiches. They even have like a bakery, like cream cheese, danishes, kolaches, like real kolaches, not like pig in a blanket type roll. Like these are Texas kolaches.
Oh, they're good.
Cookies and pecans and oh my gosh, I'm so hungry.
When I was in the Army and we were doing convoys from Camp Mabry into Fort Sam, I was living off of the brisket and egg tacos that they had at Buc-ee's. We'd make that stop because it's kind of halfway point. I was living off of those. They're so delicious.
Our family, we literally go have breakfast at Buc-ee's. Oh. Like their tacos are amazing. So yeah, that's definitely a destination stop that you have to take, even if you're just driving through. And there's Buc-ee's throughout Texas, but we have one specifically here in New Braunfels. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And finally, the last thing, I feel like this is a very important thing. If you do this, if you don't do this here in New Braunfels, prepare yourself for some ridicule.
And to be corrected.
Mm-hmm. And what is that thing?
Only one S in New Braunfels. You'll find it right at the end.
That's right, guys. There's only one S in New Braunfels. You want to learn more about New Braunfels, make sure you stick around, you subscribe, you hit the notification bell, you do all the normal YouTube things because we're going to keep putting out videos just like this.
Yeah, but y'all have to call us, text us, and email us because we're going to help you live your best life here in New Braunfels and surrounding area.
That's right, guys. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.